This is becoming the best St Patrick's Day ever for Manchester United. They're loving it. You beat Liverpool at extra time, and then you get, certainly on paper, the easiest opponent. Coventry, of course, who came from behind so spectacularly to beat Wolves yesterday. They will face then off against each other. The other semi-final, Chelsea will take on Manchester City. Would you like to take a look at Stevie's reaction now? Which is this reaction to the draw? This is Stevie's reaction to when Manchester United get Coventry. Here we go. This is when the balls are drawn. Right, we're praying.
Didn't know you were a religious
This is when we already know it's Coventry.
You're a religious man.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, congratulations.
Dear me. Wow. We could very much have the same final as last year, Manchester United against Manchester City. No disrespect to Chelsea or indeed Coventry, but you look at that.
Yeah, listen, you look at that and you think City favourites against a stuttering Chelsea, albeit in a semi-final, and Manchester United against lower league opposition in Coventry, who has been a fantastic story in getting this far. But surely, you don't beat Liverpool in a quarter-final to somehow fumble the ball in the semi-final against Coventry City. Surely, Manchester United don't do that.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Of course.
Why change the habit of a lifetime?
What's new?
If it's Chelsea, is it better to lose in the semi-final or to lose in the final yet again, as you've already done this season?
Final.
Yeah, because you want to get to the final. You want to give yourself a chance.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's difficult to make an argument as to why they're going to get past Manchester City, but they have got a good record. They've done well against City. 4-4, and it was 1-1, wasn't it? When they met earlier in the year. So.
Yeah, and probably, not just in terms of scoreline, but I thought the performances in both games, you could say were Chelsea's best.
And they've already been to Wembley, so they'll be able to sleep better this time.
Oh, that's as long. They have to make sure and get a very good night's rest.
As opposed to the Liverpool game where some of them were so nervous that they didn't sleep overall.
If they need hints as to how to get a good night's sleep, Stevie and I are available, because we do get a good night's sleep.
But for Coventry, brilliant, yeah? You're at Wembley, you're taking on Manchester United,
yeah,
you've got a chance.
It's just Dreamsville. I mean, every single team there wanted Coventry, the other three.
Yes, yeah.
And Coventry really probably couldn't care less who they got. They're just happy to be there.
Yeah, very much so. But City, head and shoulders favourites.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, let's be honest. Whoever City play, other than Liverpool, head and shoulders favourite.
Yes.
You could make that argument across Europe in all honesty. But again, given how stuttering at times Chelsea have been, you know who the bookies, you know who I think will be favourite between the two.
Yeah. What does today mean for Ten Hag?
A lot.
I find it difficult to think that Sir Jim Radcliffe and whoever else has come in beside him haven't really pretty much made their mind up.
But what's interesting is that you can get to an FA Cup final, looks likely, because of what's happening with Aston Villa and Spurs, and because of the coefficient in the league, fifth spot could get Champions League. So you could see a scenario where Manchester United are in Champions League next season. They got the possibility of winning.
Dan. Listen, if you're in charge, if you are a proper football people and you're in charge of a club like Manchester United, you're not going to get thrown off by somehow winning the FA Cup. You've got to look at the big picture.
Right.
And the big picture is that Manchester United are miles off the top teams in the Premier League and in Europe. And more importantly, the way they play at times is unwatchable. If you're looking at the big picture, Ten Hag is in trouble. If you want to micro down and say, well, we won the FA Cup.
And we're in the Champions League.
What chance you got in the Champions League if you play the way they play?
I get it.
And they play the way they play because of the guy who's in charge.
As a neutral, that's how you see it. But you're Sir Jim Radcliffe. You right now trying to make your mind up as to what you do with Ten Hag this summer. And you sit in Old Trafford today and experience that atmosphere, experience everything that game was. You cannot help but be moved by it. And now, kick that on a couple of weeks. Whatever happens in the league, the FA Cup is the final domestic game of the English calendar. Again, you come into this, you know you have a big summer, big decisions to make, and you see Manchester United go out at Wembley and win it, you cannot help but be moved. And as neutrals, we've made our mind up a long time ago.
Paints a good picture, Stevie.
I'm just saying.
He's a lovely artist.
There's also another side to what Shaka brings up. If you're Sir Jim Ratcliffe and you're sitting there tonight and going, wow, what an atmosphere, and then you compare it to the last 40 times you've been there this year, and it's been an absolute disaster, surely you're thinking, I need to bring somebody in so that every time we come here, we get this atmosphere.
Or maybe it's the turning point. Maybe this is the catalyst.
If Manchester United win the FA Cup, there is no way they're replacing Ten Hag.
Let's hear from the man himself, shall we? Here's Ten Hag.
Erik, first of all, incredible performance. It's Coventry City in the semi-final for you.
Yeah. Semi-final. If you want to go to the final, you have to win them. But we have to play our best. We have seen yesterday Coventry, how they did that. For a very good team, very good spirit, very good mentality. It's going to be a difficult game, but we want to go to the final. So, we have to prepare our best and to play our best to go into the final.
Well, how do you sum up today? An incredible cup tie.
It was. I think first 35 minutes, I think, was, for me, the best minutes from our season. We're really there, acting as a team, but then coming up gaps in between the lines, and you can't allow this against Liverpool. They are such a very good team. I think one of the best teams in Europe, I think. And then they outplay you. And also after halftime, it continues. But then we had to change. We went into the risk. We went into 1-against-1, and the players did wonderful. There was the mentality, the attitude was so great, and they had a strong belief to win this game, and they went for it, and they got it.
Did Marcus Rashford sum up that attitude, having missed in the final seconds, to come back the way he did?
Yeah, he's very resilient. He kept going, even. Normally, he's finishing such moments, and he gets disappointed, but he kept working and kept going for another chance and another chance, and I think that also then inspired the other players.
You talked about belief before the game, the need to have belief. Has today proved it in a way that maybe we haven't seen before?
Not only today, but...
But today was exceptional, Erik, and you look at the stakes, your season's over, in a sense, in terms of a trophy. Today was a game you had to win in many ways.
Yeah, but I said all for many weeks, we have a team is for the future, is very good. They're coming up players who are developing, progressing very good, like Dalot, Kobe again today, Garnacho again today. But then with all the others, I like Bruno, like you said, mention Rashford. I can mention more players who did fantastic, very good job, and you see the potential.
And what does this give you now as a platform, as the manager, the manner of the victory against your greatest rivals, for not just the semi-final, but the last couple of months?
Now that we are in a run from January on, where we make a lot of wins, and despite all the injuries we have, all the problems, also yesterday, another setback with the dropout from Johnny Evans in the last minute of the training, and then we have to adjust. And then Asa didn't train for many weeks. He came in, I thought he was playing brilliant. And so the team, can do it better with the setbacks we have. We can adjust, we can adapt, and we know then we have to a little bit adapt our way we play, but we have to do it, and we get the results in where we were in the autumn, we couldn't do that.
Well done today.
Thank you.